Hi guys, today we're looking at the Desert Eagle 3 off-road buggy. This is a ready to run, radio control vehicle designed for any hobbyist who's into radio control cars, and it's a great beginner vehicle as well if you're new to the hobby. So before I take it out the box, what I love about boxes is that you usually have a lot of good descriptions of products and stuff on the box. So let's look at what is in the box on the outside of the box, and then we're gonna take it out and look at it in a bit more detail. So the Desert Eagle 3 off-roader ready to run RC vehicle. Let's check it out closely. So look at the box. I mean, here you have a nice picture of it. Here has a picture of the remote control, and there are some features here. So they say here high-speed tires, shock absorbers. Of course, it's an electric motor, so it's electric driven. And it comes with a 2.4 gigahertz radio controller, and you have full functionality, backwards, forwards, left and right. And they say here specially designed for competition. So yeah, I mean, you're designed to have fun with these, but you can race these as well. So here on the back, on the side of the box, it actually gives you a pretty decent description of the build quality and what's inside the vehicle itself. So obviously, just looking at it, you can tell here that you have there's a front and rear differentials. So they say here front and rear bevel type of differentials are used for smooth cornering performance. Yeah. And the wheels, professional design, designed to make the car tires grip better, and you get a faster ride and you get more flexible speed control. Here is the clutch. So and that's actually well protected as well, because you are supposed to drive this in water and mud and dust and snow and have lots of fun. So of course the clutch mechanism is well protected. And here of course we have our shock absorbers, and here we have the four-wheel drive drive shaft, right? Because it is four-wheel drive. And then it does show you the features on the RC controller itself, which we're going to look at again when I take it out of the box. But here we have our, if you're left and right hand switch, indicator lights, power switch, you have your throttle, and then battery box. So now this actually needs 4 AA batteries. You can then trim the steering, and there's your steering wheel of course, and here's your throttle for forwards and reverse. Now, what they're saying here as well, which is pretty cool, this left hand right switch, depending if you're a lefty or a righty, you can actually take the steering wheel off and put it on the other side. If you're, depending if you're left-handed or right-handed, you can actually change the configuration of the throttle control to match your hand type, right? So which is pretty cool. So you can actually take that off and put it on the other side, and just turn the switch from left to right, which is pretty cool. Nothing on the bottom. Alright, so let's just take it out of the box and really look at the vehicle in closer detail here. Okay. Trusty knife. Yeah, okay. What's that right here? Now, in case you guys don't know, I love RC vehicles. And I love RC vehicles that are, they don't have to cost you an arm and a leg, and you can still have a lot of fun. Alright, this looks really nice. Yeah, this looks good. Look at that. Look at that beauty. See how big she is? Pretty big vehicle. Let's take you out. Drop you there. Here we have some instructions and some tools. And here we have the good old remote control unit. So before I look at the remote control unit, let's look at this. So as you can see here, cross-country car, electric powered, And yes, it is made in China, as you can tell by now. So this is really good build quality. And they actually do, this company, they do make 2 other off-road models. So here's the tools, alright? And you even have some gears in here as well. And they're all metal, which is really, really important. Because I hate RC vehicles that have plastic gears. Alright? You got a high-powered motor, you have plastic gears. That's a recipe for wearing gears over time, and then you're going to have to find those parts, right? But you hear that? That's metal. That's the sound of metal, right? Metal gears, spare clips, and you have this little tool which you use to take on and off your wheels and stuff and make adjustments to your vehicle. And here we have 2 little hex tools here, and some small pieces here. This is a mini screw. So all these little bits and pieces, you know, just keep them back in the little bag here. Just wanted to show you what you got in the box. Let me put these back. And here is the manual. So this is the model that I have, the FY03, but then there's more of a like Paris Dakar type, you know, desert type one here called the FY02, and then the FY01 is another version of the off-road vehicle that you can get. Right? This is more like a circuit type, cross, you know, closed circuit type racing off-road vehicle. Alright, so of course inside you have all the schematics giving you all the parts that you need for your vehicle, that your vehicle is composed of. So looking at this, you can actually dismantle this if you want, and you can replace the parts. There's like servo mechanisms. Now anybody who's familiar with RC vehicles, especially hobby class type RC vehicles, know that you can take, you know, replace the parts and you maintain them, you know. But all the parts are here. You have all the part numbers, so you can even contact the manufacturer and you can get replacement parts. Because obviously, with vehicles like these, you're going to drive the crap out of them, right? So you will need to have replacement parts. I mean, these are just a couple, but you know, if you're truly into RC vehicles, you know that you need to have like a little mini garage to keep your stuff working. So here's the unit right here. It's pretty big car. So let me just cut this out. Take this out of the cardboard. Whoa, this weighed quite a bit as well. That's good. Get me a solid ride here. So that's here you go. So look at that. Nice suspension. That's the back there. And you can see the range of motion you get with the suspension at the back. And at the front here. Alright. Pretty good. Pretty tough too, right? This car is this is designed to be driven. So we have a battery compartment here in the back. I'll just take that out. So a little clip here to keep the battery in place. This is a 7.4 volt lithium ion, 1500 milliamp hour battery that it comes with. And this spare tire is actually a fully functioning tire. Now these wheels are actually air filled, so that's really nice. That means you're going to get a nice springy drive. Got a little model man inside there, a little driver, and here are the fog lights. Really nice. Well, I call them fog lights, but you know what I mean, lights, right? So, on the bottom here, here's your drive shaft, and as you can see, all-wheel drive. And in the differential is the gears of metal, right? And here's some additional metal gears here that we saw earlier. And the bottom, pretty tough. And yeah, these this is a really good design model here. So here are the shocks. Here's some of the shocks in the back, you can see. And these do look like, yeah, they are oil filled. Yeah, these look like oil filled shocks in the back. It's a servo mechanism for steering. And what I'm going to do, let me just take this top off and let's see inside here in a bit more detail. So let me just get the old tool here. Let's take the, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I take these screws out, so I just took off some more screws. I took 4 screws from the bottom, and then there are 2 screws in the back, 2 on the roof, and these 2 in the front. So the top should come off now. I have to be very careful. Actually, what I'm going to do, there is on this side the switch, the power switch, on-off switch. So what I'm going to do is just disconnect that from the back here. Alright, and that's the top. That's what the top looks like. Alright, and here's the underneath. There's a switch right there in the corner. Alright, so let's rest that there. Now here is the guts. So here's our powerful motor, and here's a heat sink, right? And here's the all-wheel drive system. And as I did say before, I don't know if you can see it here. You can see it along the back. Here's the drivetrain. It's the red drivetrain. And you get a better look at the shocks, the rear shocks. And yeah, these are really nice. These are oil filled, and it has the coil, the springs on the outside of the shock, and the front shocks, of course, along the top here. All right. There you go. Independent shocks, 1 for each wheel. So that's really good. Now here's the radio unit here, and it does look pretty enclosed, so yeah, you can have this go through dust and mud and some water, and it should be okay. And yeah, it's pretty good. And as I said, the gear mechanisms, the clutch, and the differentials, they're all metal, so you don't have to worry about plastic teeth being worn down. And as you can see, this is a pretty rugged system, pretty rugged chassis. Chassis is actually very strong, and it's very rigid. And yeah, this is definitely meant to be a fun vehicle to ride. So this is the review of the Desert Eagle 3 off-road vehicle. Comes with a cool little battery, 7.4 lithium ion. I'm sure you can get larger versions of this. You can get larger cells, but it'd be interesting to see with the stock battery, how fast this goes and how much fun it is to drive. And actually, it'd be really cool to mod this. I'm actually thinking of eventually changing out this motor for something larger. But it does look, just by looking at the specs, this should be a fun ride right out the box. As they say, it's RTR, right? Now, let's have a quick look at the remote control system. Well, the radio control unit. So it's in this white box. There it is. Let's put the battery over there. So here's your charger, And yes, North American plugs, thank you. And here's where you plug the battery in to charge it. Alright, plug the battery in like so. Actually, what I like about the battery, this is what you plug into the units, the car itself when racing, but here's a separate plug for charging. So just plug it in here, plug it in the wall, and there's even an LED light to show you the status. So right now it's green, meaning that the battery is fully charged already, so I can actually use this now. Anyway, let me just unplug that. So this is your standard, trigger type system. Now, what I like about it, as I said, we saw in the box here, we have our on-off switch, and here we have, it looks like a power indicator. I see 50-50 and 70-30, so I'm guessing that maybe is power distribution in terms of like front and rear wheels. I can confirm that when I actually take it out to drive it. And here's the LEDs, and yet 2.4 gigahertz. So this is a 2-channel system, obviously. One channel for the throttle and the other channel for the steering. And what is good about it too, as I said, if you're left-handed or right-handed, you can actually switch the steering. So you can either have it on this side, or you can have it on this side, right? And then you can, there's a little switch you can toggle, as we saw, if you're a left or right-handed person. Batteries go on the bottom, 4 AA's. So that's about it, guys. I mean, this is of course, the fun part is the next part of this video when I actually take it out and take it for a spin. But yeah, the Desert Eagle 3 racing, and it's actually designed for racing, RC vehicle. Now the best part about this is the price, and all I will say is if you're interested in checking out the price and checking out getting this, check the link below this video and it will take you right to the online store, and I think you will be impressed by the price. That's all I'm going to say. It's very affordable, very affordable for a vehicle of this class. So check it out, and I hope you like this video. If you do, don't forget to like it, and also don't forget to subscribe and check back for more great reviews. So obviously when I do have some time, I will do part 2 of this video where I take it out on the road and drive this through some dirt and some water and some jumps and just have some fun with it. Okay, so that is it for now. Until next time, you guys have fun. Bye bye. Hey everybody, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Now I'm going to ask you to do 2 things before you leave. One, there's a button right up here on the screen to my right here. Click on that and that will take you to our website, www.redtechbot.com. When you get on that site, there will be a button there where you can actually sign up for our newsletter. And when you do sign up for our newsletter by entering in your email address, you will automatically be entered into all of our tech giveaways. And by tech giveaways, these are some typical examples of what we will be giving away, and these are some examples. There's other stuff as well. And the good news is, you just have to enter your email address once, and it will automatically be entered into the pool every time we do a draw. And we will use that email address, of course, to contact the winner, to tell them, hey, you've won something, and it's really cool. And of course, the newsletter will have updates on tech reviews, what's coming up new, what's coming up next, new stuff in the industry, and even information on future giveaways, right? So it's really nice newsletter that we're going to be sending out. And one other thing is, on this side on the screen here, up here on my left, you click on that and you will subscribe to the channel. Now by subscribing, of course, you will be at the forefront of any new things that are happening, any new videos that are coming out. And what I will also be doing is I'll be doing videos where I'll be talking about what we're going to be doing as a next giveaway, right? So you want to be subscribed, tuned in to that as well. So it's going to be a fun year and fun years to come as well. So yeah, that being said, you guys have a great day.